And now, Introduce Everything proudly presents Fortininerella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young adult girl named Fortininerella. Fortininerella had 9 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella. All 9 of them constantly made fun of 49erella and made her do all the chores. 49er wench, sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said them all together. One day, the king of 49ville's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of 49ville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Non-Quadrantupling." But 49erella is not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. They are overjoyed. They ran with huge excitement and picked out dresses to wear to the ball, but argue over who will Prince Non-Quadrantupling marry. Later, 49erella is so sad doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Non-Quadrantupling. Whatever will I do? She whimpers. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts 49erella. There, no, 49erella. I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you, she said. She then waves her magic wand. And because of that, 49erella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 49erella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. Luckily, 49erella has 49 pumpkins and 98 mice. 49erella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 49 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 98 mice into horses, and the 49erella's brick clothes into a gown and crown. 49erella says, "I've never seen such a Non-Quadrantupling-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers! Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough?" And climbs into the coach. 49erella's fairy godmother says, "Well, you can't, but have fun, 49erella, but I will warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will go back to normal." And so, 49erella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Non-Quadrantupling was wondering who he should marry. "Wondering who to marry, son?" asked the wise, kind-hearted, and bold King 49ville, to which Prince Non-Quadrantupling responds, "Yes, father." "You're going to marry me, Prince Non-Quadrantupling," said Farah, the oldest of 49erella's ugly, mean, wicked stepsister. "Farah, wrong. You're Prince Non-Quadrantupling. You're going to marry me," said Olivia. "Both of you are wrong. Prince Non-Quadrantupling, you're going to marry me," said Ramona. The rest say, "You're going to marry me, Prince Non-Quadrantupling." But Prince Non-Quadrantupling angrily denies the request. Suddenly, 49erella arrives at the ball just in time. Prince Non-Quadrantupling sees her, walks straight towards her, and says, "You must be 49erella. May I please have this dance?" To which 49erella responds, "Yes, I would be happy to." And so, 49erella and Prince Non-Quadrantupling dance happily together. But later, 49erella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she ran so fast that she left one of her glass slippers behind. Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling was really worried that he might never see her again. The king of 49ville comforts him by saying, There, no, son. I think we'll be able to find 49erella. And so, the next day, Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling and the king of 49ville traveled all around 49ville and tried to find 49erella, who captured Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling's heart and brought the glass slipper she lost with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked on the door of the home where 49erella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 49erella, they find Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling then says, Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these glass slippers? Farah is first, but her foot is too big. Olivia's next, but her foot is too small. Nonsense! It fits! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling and the king of 49ville, known as 49erella's sweet singing. Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling and the king of 49ville, your majesty, is that you guys? She hollered excitedly, to which the king of 49ville says, 49erella, my dear daughter-in-law, we found you. Will you marry Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling? 49erella and Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling are now married. They, along with the king of 49erella, lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew Stewards. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 49erella 2. 49 Wishes Come True. A sequel to 49erella. Based on the story of Cinderella with a plot twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon two times, a year after 49erella and Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling's marriage, they celebrated their anniversary by doing a romantic dance. Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella are extremely jealous. No fair! I thought Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling was going to marry me. They shout all together. 7 weeks later, 49erella and Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling are getting ready to burn. And then another 9 months later, they succeed. But in the end, 49erella is gravely ill. Luckily, her fairy godmother knows a spell that can cure her. And so, she chants the magic words, Fippity foopity pecan pie, baby and 49erella, don't you die, and waves her magic wand. And not a minute too soon, 49erella is cured, and so is the baby, who is a girl named Nina Quaid. Nina Quaid Nana Quadriga Toppling, to celebrate her birth, a big square rainbow. Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella are still extremely jealous about Prince Nana Quadriga Toppling falling in love with 49erella. Suddenly, Ella, the youngest stepsister, slips on a puddle, flies through the air, and crashes into an evil witch doctor. named La Nono Quadra. Ella, are you okay? asked her older sisters. To which Ella responds, I'm fine. Ladies, I'm La Nona Quadra. What can I do for you? Said La Nona Quadra. Oh my, he's handsome. I want to marry him, exclaims Ella in delight, much to her older sister's disagreement. Angered by that, La Nona Quadra lures them into his evil emporium and asks them if they'd like to team up, and so they agree. He then says, would you like to buy a product? To which Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella ask, what have you got to stop 49 wench and Prince Nana Quadrigen toppling from marrying? La Nono Quadra has a magical wishing charm that grants 49 wishes. The king of 49 those messenger seizes and says, oh no, trouble, oh big trouble, no. And then goes over to the king of 49ville himself and says, Your Majesty, 9 evil ladies are buying an evil magical wishing charm from La Nona Quadra's evil emporium. Sound the alarm! Yells the king of 49ville, to which his messenger blows a trumpet alarm. That his guards hear and yell, Charge! And then they try to attack Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. But they say, we wish the 49, the king of 49ville's guards will stop. And then the charm magically turns the king of 49ville's guards into stone statues. 48 wishes later, 49ville is in danger. Luckily, 49erella's fairy godmother chants the magic zipping current button, wishing magic all undone, and waves her magic wand to return 49ville back to normal. She then asks Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Nina, Isabel, Natalie, and Ella, what can I do to you? Nina Quaid suggests turning them into stone, and so she agrees. Chants the magic words. Fippity foopity ice cream cone. Magic wand turn them into stone. And waves her magic wand to turn Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Natalia, Isabella, Natalia, and I'll turn into stone statues so that they can't cause any more trouble. And then Nina Quaid, Olivia, along with 49erella and Prince Nana Quadrigen toppling, lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew Stewards. And I bet you're going to love my tale video. And I've also been admitting on making the 49erella sequel as a bit of tradition. So if you want to see maybe next month, 49erella 3, non-quadrigen double lovingly, something like that. Maybe this can be a monthly tradition or something like that. Maybe this can, just like the 13erella sequel is also based on Cinderella. Take care, bye!